Hey guys, this is a video of a song description of Divine Power. Now, what happened is I've rung up work because I know that I'm going to be 20 minutes late rather than 40 minutes, half an hour early, because one Uber cancelled at the very last minute because, they can come and say it's going to be here in 10 minutes, and then it might say it's going to be here in 2 minutes, and then it just shifts to some other rider, and all of a sudden it's saying it's going to be here in 13 minutes instead of 2. That's what happened. And then the Uber got here, and as soon as it texted me said I've arrived, I got up, washed my smoothie cup because I was just finishing it off, and I washed my smoothie cup, picked up 2 apples, immediately went outside, you know, um, and the Uber was still here, and I was waving like this. I was like letting him know, and I was coming towards, I was walking towards the car, and it was just out here. And he started to drive off, and so I started to chase after it. And then he just kept going, and I was waving. Work knows all this stuff. I chatted to the supervisor, and I messaged the supervisor as well, and I had about 5 minutes, 10 minutes to calm down. 5 minutes. Nah, not even that. I was just like, man, because I'd rather be at work 40 minutes, 30 minutes early than them to say, okay, we understand, we'll just change your timetable thing, so it's okay. But anyway, divine power. So, this is the chorus. Just reading it. Just read it. Divine power is guiding me. Divine power is abiding in me. Divine power is riding with me because I am divine power naturally. The Spirit is in. The Spirit of the Lord is in all people, but whether they are connected, whether they are operating out of that, or whether they have disconnected themselves from that and operating out of an evil spirit, is the question. So, here's another quote from it. Something created the planet. I don't know what it is, but it is good, and it is with you. When you do good, it blesses you in the best way it could, and when you do bad, it makes it sad. Now it has to teach you a lesson for being bad. The universe, the creator, is not crazy, and if it didn't teach you the lesson, it would be deemed as crazy, as lazy. But we all know that's not the case. So, because I still question things, but when I was at a stage where I didn't want to accept the Christian label, and I still don't, because it's not as simple as going under one label. There's a lot of things that I do like about Christianity. It's just that, why does it have to be the same name? Because Jehovah, the Old Testament God, was the warlord in the Jewish pantheon. So I don't understand why he doesn't. Well, I have my opinions, but according to the Bible, he doesn't like it when his people worship any of those other gods or energy forces, even if they come from the exact same pantheon. See, in the Jewish pantheon, Gabriel, one of my protectors, Gabriel, Raphael, and Jesus have been looking after me since birth. There has been others, but I thought, okay, well, they must be demons because they're not in the Bible. But you see, Gabriel is known as he's in charge of like wisdom and revelation and understanding. He's that's who he is in the Jewish pantheon and in the Bible, which is an extension of it. He is an angel, an angel of revelation instead, because he's supposed to be only one God. Raphael was in charge of all the healing, healing people physically, emotionally, mentally, and in the Bible he's the angel of healing. But it's not exactly what it says. I gotta really, because there's more than just one book for the Jewish pantheon. There's many, and I'm basically just going off my life experiences and what the Bible says, and other literary things. So I got 8 books I want to buy, but I'm already reading another 2. Well, these other 2 as well as Bible, but that's the Asperger's from the Inside Out and an SB Marriage, because it's really what I want. And the other stuff is a book about Gabriel, a book about Raphael, and this it probably doesn't have everything in it, but it's got about 500 pages worth of Jewish pantheon stuff, like their stories in it. So yeah, I'm just going off a couple of small books that I read, as well as the Bible, as well as life experiences and personal study that I've done on YouTube. So, divine power, yeah, the Spirit of the Lord is in all of us. Oh, and it says that, like, when you search up on Google, and there's many Bible verses to quote this, but then there's things where it's proven that Jesus healed autism in the Bible, except for they didn't call it that. But if you see the symptoms of the people that got healed of certain things, you'll see that that's the exact same symptoms as autism or Asperger's, which is just got to do with social skills and awareness of all that stuff, and how we perceive the world. And it says that God gave it to you because He wants to test you to see if you'll love Him. But to me, that sounds like, I want to see if you love me, so I'll make you a disabled child. So the thing is this is your chance to show that you love me. It's like, well, if you really loved the child, you wouldn't give it that. But there's a lot of things like, a lot of the best countries in the world are based upon Christianity. But when it comes to that type of thing, I don't agree, and I just think that there is punishments, and all these books are people trying to understand what God is. But we just live on, We live for eternity in our souls and our spirits. And you're going to reap what you sow, right? That eternity, that afterlife is going to be based upon the consequences that you may have faced in this life or not of your own behaviors and how you treated people, because there's consequences to every decision you make, every action you take, and everything you say. And I personally don't like Islam and stuff, but what it says in their books, I studied it as well as Google, that it's a challenge for you to overcome. So that's the one thing I do agree with. But the Spirit is with everyone, but are they connected or disconnected?